and we get ready for the final race of 2022 here in the R Factor 2 Formula Pro Series. Kevin Siggy from pole position looking for a championship. And look at Bono, who's gone straight to the outside in the Mercedes AMG Petronas Esports team. He's trying to take second position. He's trying to take the race lead. He's had a bit of a lock-up though, coming down to the Andretti hairpin. Marcel Simončič makes contact with him, and that sent him out wide. Adam Maguire takes over second position. It's a good hold shot from Kevin Siggy to ninth. There's a bit of contact as Jernej Simončič trying to get past Bono at the moment. He's in fifth position. Bono in fourth. He's got Marco Pajic directly behind as well. And Jernej Simončič, he might have 7 kilos on board, but he is on a charge. Let's take a look then at the restart or the start of the race. As you can see, Bono getting to the outside of Marcel Simončič straight away. This is on board with Jeffrey Rietveld, who lost a couple of positions. He had Ibrahim Khan to his inside, and this is Bono. Fantastic start. Timed it beautifully as he went around the outside of Marcel Simončič and properly sent it. A bit of a lock-up as well as he got onto the brakes, coming down as the Andretti hairpin and then received the contact. What's happened to Jernej Simončič? What has happened to Jernej Simončič? He's dropped down to 8th position. He's got no front wing. Jernej Simončič second in the championship. The Slovenian, the 3-time Formula Sim Racing World Champion, has no front wing. He'll have to bring it straight back into the pit lane. That was a definite crash into the corkscrew.
Yeah, he was only one position off, still winning the championship. He's just made a mistake on his own. He's locked up, he's gone off, and he's going to touch the barrier on the way down the hill. Could be on his way to earning them third place in the team standings, along with his teammate Bono, who is, of course, doing his part as Maguire goes around the outside of Mohammed Patel for P8. Mohammed Patel's teammate Ibrahim Khan having a good race in 6th as well, as Maguire going to go for it down the inside. Newer tyres, it's going to be close. They almost make contact side by side, so a bit of wheel banging there, but Maguire gets the move done. Fantastic.
Yeah, up towards T4. Great effort there from Adam Maguire to get himself an extra position, but obviously he is on fresher tyres. By the way, DJ, who's sat in 11th, there's a bit of a wide moment there from one of the Williams Esports cars. That's Davin Rocek switching up to get down the inside of Petar Veljak, who's on those medium tyres. He's had an off already this race as the Croatian driver, and Davin Rocek might well be able to sneak his way through. Got the up and under at the final corner. Rocek's got fully alongside, heading through the kink of T1, down towards T2 in the Andretti hairpin in this battle. Alex Siebel and Dennis Jordan for the Oracle Red Bull Racing Esports team. They're on the rear end of Jojovski, who's using push to pass to defend. We're on board with Alex Siebel now. He's got to look to the outside, coming down to the Andretti hairpin. He's going to send it down on the brakes though, on much fresher tyres comparatively to the car that's on the inside. A little bit of a rub between the two of them as they leave the second corner. He's got the inside though for T3. Alex Siebel's not going to send that one.
He is behind Adam Maguire though, who definitely is two-stopping.
Yeah.
So that's, that's not necessarily for the outright lead, as we see a big lock-up from Erhan Jojovski into the pit lane. I said it earlier, we see some big lock-ups into that pit lane. It's a tough one to get right.
Doing a two-stop strategy. It's Marcel Simončič had a big moment right in front of one of the Netrex Grand Prix. Oh, wow. Jan Wojcicki read that perfectly.
We're now going to head down the straight. He's got the slipstream. He's going to be on the push to pass, but Pajic on the push to pass as well in defence. Maguire's going to go outside. He's going to duck to the inside. Late on the brakes. Pajic covers him off. Maguire does well to get it stopped. He's going to try and squeeze into a gap that wasn't really there, but he made it happen. Really good driving from both of them. Respectful. A little bit of door banging, or wheel banging I should say, but that was brilliant from both of them. Great defensive effort from Pajic on the older tyres, but Maguire had too much for him. Well done. Because Jojovski is missing his front wing.
Big shame for Erhan Jojovski on his return. In 15th position, we've seen a couple of front wing issues. Is this going to be at the worst place in the world for a front wing loss? It is going to be. Into the final corner, bang out into the barrier. He can't turn left to get back into pit lane, and he must complete an entire lap without a front wing. That is a terrible shame for the Macedonian of the season, as Jan Wojcicki is looking to pick up his first top 10 of the season in the final race in his first race, as he looks to the outside of Patel, who once again defending very well. He did defend quite well earlier on in the same way that Jojovski did, but this one, as we close in on the final few laps of this race, it's going to be even harder to try and make a pass.
Yeah, it's been a great debut for him so far. It really, really has. He's shone, because a lot of the drivers that have come in have been towards the back of the grid. Understandably, I should not have spoken, Lewis. I absolutely shouldn't have spoken. I mean,
and an 8th place for Jeffrey Rietveld, just a point position behind the two Oracle Red Bull Racing Esports cars, as Michi Hoyer. I mean, that was a pretty aggressive send there to get down the inside of Dan Brewer.
Move from Michi as David Mrocek practicing his drifting skills, and he's going to get a little nudge from the Netrex car in P13 behind him. That is Colin Spork, but managing to hold it all together as Spork's going to look to the outside. That's not an overtaking spot to try and force Mrocek into a mistake.
Through, it's going to cause some issues. Veljak and Simončič going side by side. I mean, this is not a position I thought I'd be talking about. These two battling, two FSR World Champions, racing over 17th 4th position. Bit of a wide moment there from Jernej Simončič.
A great season for Redline as Simončič's race just goes from bad to worse again as he's off the track, going to come back on.
He is going to take it here at Laguna Seca. Kevin Siggy up towards the line with not only a second win of the season, but it is the championship as well by just a single point on our maths. Kevin Siggy taking his second victory ahead of Bono on the podium once again, and Adam Maguire welcoming himself to the podium for the first time. Kevin Siggy winning it by a single point over Bono House. Jeffrey Rietveld in 3rd, Dennis Jordan in 4th, and issues for Jernej Simončič dropping down to 5th in the championships, just ahead of Alex Siebel. Marcel Cincic came into the round 7th in the championship, and that's exactly where he finished it despite a decent result. Mohammed Patel and Adam Maguire up to 9th in the standings with Michi Hoyer, Peter Belyak and Ibrahim Khan for the BS competition team.